Okay, so the purpose of the ritual setting is to take the witch out of the mundane mindset, the mundane everyday mindset, and to put her into a magical mindset. Now, I'll just give you an example. I'll come up with a example of a ritual setting. Okay, let's say that this ritual setting is outside. It could be outside or inside. Some people, just being out in nature can be a complete ritual setting in itself, just about. But okay, let's say I'm outside in the woods somewhere, right? It's a classic witchy spot. And so I have my little altar, which is a little table, of course. I have my little altar set up, and I have a dagger, I have a wand, and I have a little cup, ceramic cup, and then I have a little pentacle. And for anyone who may be unfamiliar with what a pentacle is, it's basically a star, like the 5-pointed star. Could be on a disc, or could be just a pentacle by itself. But the use of a pentacle it's useful because you can focus your energy on it, and it helps you perform that part of the ritual. So I have those, and then let's say I'm wearing like a green robe, and that's garb, what is called garb, or clothing that is used in a ritual. That's I consider that a prop. So I have my props, I have my garb. Let's say I have a couple of candles, and I'm burning incense. So I have some mood-enhancing devices. And I guess you could say the altar, although it serves a practical function, it could also be considered a mood-enhancing device because it more or less plays a passive role in the ritual. And so I have my altar, and it's draped with a blue cloth. A pretty blue, like maybe silk or some other pretty cloth. And so the color blue, and even the color green of my robe, my imaginary robe that I'm wearing, colors can be mood-enhancing devices. They can also be used as imagery. So speaking of imagery, let's say that I have like a little statue, like a little goddess statue. And let's say I have a cross. I like to use the cross a lot, personally, because just even my, I don't know if you can see that, I always wear this little crucifix around. It's a cute little one I bought at Walmart, but I don't wear it for its Christian symbolism. I wear it for its pagan symbolism. And so I like to use the cross in my magic a lot because it represents the sun. It also represents the 4 cardinal directions. So it represents the compass, basically. And so I have this this little goddess statuette. I have a cross, maybe an actual cross, maybe something I bought at a Christian store, or maybe a more paganistic looking one, stuff like that. And so I have all this stuff, and so as far as the imagery goes, looking at the goddess statue in this example puts me into that divine state of mind, and it helps me to feel that, it helps me to remember the goddess, and it helps me to feel her presence. It also, it also reflects on me and how, helps me to see my own inner goddess. And that helps in magic. When you can see your own inner divinity, or even if you're an atheist, see, like, you don't have to believe in spirit and you don't have to believe in God to use magic, or even for it to be effective. Okay, you could call out the names of gods, angels, whatever. You can invoke their image in your mind. You can invoke their image with an actual image, like in my example with the goddess statue. And so, and also with the cross symbolism that I used, like, I was raised Mormon. I'm not Mormon anymore, but even though I don't really believe that Jesus is my Lord and Savior, using Christian or Christian-like imagery can actually enhance the mood for me, because it brings back those nostalgic feelings of holiness and just the wonder that I felt as a child, even though I don't necessarily put my faith in that anymore. But see, it's important. And Anton LaVey, I mention him, and if you hear me mentioning him a lot, I'm not a Satanist, okay? But one of my first major magical influences was Anton LaVey when I read the Satanic Bible. So I do mention him a lot because I learned a lot from him. Secondhand. I didn't learn it from him directly. I never met the man. But he calls the ritual chamber the intellectual decompression chamber. And he describes it quite well, and I always suggest that people read the Satanic Bible because it has really sound, logical, magical instruction in it. Even if you don't believe in Satan, even if you think that Satan is bad, because Anton LaVey didn't believe in Satan. But basically the way he describes it is the ritual chamber or the ritual setting. It doesn't have to be an actual chamber. The ritual setting, it could be outside, inside, upstairs, downstairs, day, night, whatever. The ritual setting is a place where you go physically and surround yourself with these props, this imagery, these mood-enhancing devices, and it's like going to Disneyland. You suspend your disbelief for a temporary amount of time. Temporary is the key word. You suspend your disbelief, and that means that basically you believe that anything is true or anything is possible during this temporary state of mind. But when you use a ritual setting, you have to be careful, because if you don't take yourself out of that enhanced mindset, out of that state of disbelief, of suspended disbelief, I should say, then you could go insane. In fact, that's one of the major dangers of magic, is a lot of people who practice magic go insane because they don't know how to take themselves out of that mindset. So, and I didn't get to props, but I think I'm probably running short on time. Either way, I'll make a part 2 of this video where I'll explain props and how they're utilized. This is the Ashley Corinne.